Hi, I'm Sally Brady. I'm a business planning specialist and I focus a lot on cash. So we're now on session 2 of cash flow forecasting. Oh, I hear you say. Yes, right. Session 1 was all about choosing your tool. So deciding whether you're going to use Excel, whether you're going to use Google Docs, whether you're going to use Zero, or whether you're going to look at something like QuickBooks, whatever tools you've got. Now, I said last time as well, my personal preference is sorry, not Zero, Excel. Because Excel you can manipulate, you can use it to predict and have formulas in it, whereas Zero and things like that, they can't look into the future. You can look into the future and you can plot that into Excel. But actually doing that through a software package is slightly more difficult because they can only work on the information that you give it. Whereas with an Excel sheet, you personally plot the information, or a Google sheet or a Google Doc. So hopefully by now you have chosen your tool. So you say, hopefully you might decide Excel, but that's just my personal preference. But if you're still unsure, go back to session 1, have a look what I've said, and take it from there. Okay, so let's get started. So today, session 2 is about gathering information. What information do you actually need to plot on your cash flow? So normally people say to me, Sally, you can't plot a cash flow 12 months in advance. Yes, you can. It's easily done. I know it sounds like every time you do that, you put your finger in the air. No, you don't. You actually have the information to hand in front of you. But it's about having that information around you now, gathering the information, ready to start on session 3 of inputting the information. So on this session, we're going to talk about gathering what do you actually need. Now, we're not going to start with sales. We're going to go bottom because they're the costs that you know. Sales are really difficult to predict in some circumstances. Some people might have an order book, some of you might not. So sales is about plotting what you want to earn, whereas costs and expenses are things that you already know. So hence the reason we start bottom. So today, I want you to gather all the information you know about your costs. So think about your rent, maybe, any rent bills you have. If you've got an office or a premises, anything that's solid, like I say, rent is rent. Utility bills, electric, gas, oil, anything that is a utility bill, you know what they are, you've got those. Hopefully you'll have them for the last year. If you've only got 3 months or 6 months or even a month, just get that piece of paper together because that will help you plot the next year. Yes, utility bills are going through the roof at the moment. They always do. It's nothing new, but we can predict that. We know what's about to happen in those circumstances. Or if not, we've got a good idea and we can use logic. Right. The other thing is to think about is all those teeny tiny subscriptions you've got. So think about if you pay by direct debit for anything. So get your bank statements together and have a look through those direct debits. Are you paying for things like Canva? Are you paying for things like LinkedIn subscriptions? Are you paying a monthly subscription for Spotify that you should be putting through your accounts, but you are? Anything to do with costs. Every cost within your business. So the way I usually do this is I do actually go through my bank statement and I have a look and see what I'm paying for. And that way I know exactly what I need to plot on my spreadsheet. But today we're not going to plot it. We're just going to get the information together. So I say, look at those pesky little subscriptions and see what you've got. So try and find the bills for those, or at least note them down. Or I say, have your bank statement there and highlight them. Nice pink highlighter pen. I don't think I've got one here I can show you, but just use a nice pink. I like pink. Pink highlights it for you. So highlight on your bank statement any costs, the regular costs that are coming out. Anything that's slightly unknown, like if you're paying supplies and things, that we can talk about later. But for now, look at all your fixed costs. I say fixed costs, also known as overheads, are the constant costs within your business. So look at those, get all those together, gather all that paperwork ready for the next day. The other thing to think about as well is what personal costs you've got, because that comes into your cash flow as well. Yes, it's a business cash flow, but there's also that element that you need to earn out of your business too. So you need to know what money you have. So whilst you're doing your business costs, it's a good idea to then select and get you together your personal costs. I would say there's a clear line, but actually your business pays you. So you need to know what you need to earn. You know what you need to know what costs you need to cover. So when we do this on our Business Planning 101 course, I always get my clients and the people in the workshop, my students, to do a personal cash flow and a business cash flow. Because without the personal, knowing what you need to earn in your personal business, or your personal side, sorry, you don't know what your business has to pay you. So do the same. Get all your bank statements out for your personal costs and see what your mortgage is or your rent is on your house, or your flat, wherever you live. And those utility bills too. If these are separate from your business, then pull all those things out. Do you know what you spend monthly on food? What you might spend on clothing, what you spend on entertainment? Do a personal side of it too. So gather all that information. So have one pile with all your business information, every single expense, and then do the same for your personal side. So we've got two elements we're going to cover. But all comes together in a business cash flow because it is about knowing what the business owner has to pay. Now, looking at the sales side of it, at the moment, you might have sales outstanding. You're waiting to get paid for some sales. You might have nothing. But this is where when you start thinking about your expenses, right, what do I need to earn? So first of all, before we go plotting, which is in session 3, start thinking about any sales you've got outstanding, any work you're doing at the moment that you're going to bill for. Jot it down with a fag packet if you like, or on a piece of paper or already put it onto a spreadsheet if that's where you're saving all your information, where you're jotting it down. Get that together as well, because once you know your costs and we know what you've got sales coming in, we can then look at what you're going to need to earn in the future. So this is where it gets quite smart. So at the moment, I want you to gather all your information, get everything together. Bank statements, utility bills, supplier bills, all those subscriptions. And then on personal side, things out. Gym subscriptions, food bills, utility bills, rent, mortgage, everything together so that you're ready to divide the two and start putting it into an organised format that will create that cash flow. Now, the other side of it is don't cheat yourself. I see this so much. People say, oh, well, it was only £5 on a direct debit. Those £5 add up during the year. Well, £5 is 60 quid. 60 quid is a lot of money in a cash flow. So think about everything. Don't cheat yourself. It's like going to the gym and not working out and not breaking out in a sweat. You're absolutely going to do nothing with it. So don't cheat yourself. The only person you're cheating is you if you don't put this information in. So don't miss it out just because you think, oh, it might not happen. So when you're gathering that information, make sure you collect everything. So because a cash flow is key to your business. It is the king or queen of your business, and it's going to help you grow. So don't cheat yourself when gathering information. Get everything to get ready, because on session 3, I'm going to show you what to do next with the information, how to organise it, how to read it, and how to use it. So remember, don't cheat yourself. Cash is king or queen in your business. And I look forward to seeing you in session 3. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. And also check out our Business Planning 101 course. It's online and it runs all the way through the year, so it's useful to you whenever you want to dip in there. I would suggest you check it out because it's pretty cool. All right, see you in session 3.